So I guess I get to be the one critic who didn't like Relic. Hear me out. In the movie Relic, Kay and her daughter Sam go to visit Kay's mother Edna, as Edna's dementia begins to manifest itself in horrific ways. And that's basically the plot. Let's focus on the positives first. Relic focuses on 3 characters, and they do an incredible job carrying this movie. Emily Mortimer is exceptional as Kay, trying to care for her elderly mother. And she does a great job conveying the character's struggle. Kay considers putting her mom in a home, a nursing home or facility, and feels this immense guilt in considering it. Bella Heathcote plays the granddaughter Sam. She thinks adult children should care for their elderly parents just as parents cared for them as babies. Of course, Kay doesn't view it as that simple, and so there's this interesting debate. And of course, there's Robin Nevin as Edna, and holy cow, does that woman have some piercing eyes. I mean that as a compliment. It works great in this role. One minute she's sweet as can be, the kind of grandma anybody would want, but then Nevin brilliantly just changes that facial expression slightly, and boom, you know grandma is not grandma anymore, at least not in that moment. This is director Natalie Erica James's first feature-length movie. She does outstanding here. She and writer Christian White, they gave this film a simplistic plot to make room for the portrayal of dementia and the characters' reactions to it. They kept the plot simple to allow for an intricate meaning behind it. I should also note Charlie Sarof's gorgeous cinematography. There are only so many ways that you can shoot an old house and some woods in the backyard, but he does a masterful job finding new ways to make them look interesting. And I looked up his credits, and the biggest projects prior to this were some Funny or Die sketches and an episode of Sesame Street. As for the scares in the film, there are some jump scares in the editing that I didn't really care for. The film will be silent, and then boom, cut to something like water running. I mean, just water running at full volume. And this movie is smart enough that I figure the director had a reason for these jump scares. After all, people caring for a loved one with dementia, they never know when suddenly something mundane can become horrifying. Everything seems calm and then it changes in the blink of an eye. So I'm sure these jump scare cuts probably had an intelligent reasoning behind them. I still didn't care for them. Aside from those and some disturbing imagery, the movie isn't too scary per se, at least as far as a horror movie goes. That said, dementia itself is scary. I've had close relatives with it, one who developed it slowly over time. But then there was one who developed it very quickly, and I saw changes in that person that, I'm not kidding, will haunt me for the rest of my life. And this is where I kind of take issue with the movie. So let me give you a spoiler warning. If you need to leave, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. I hope you'll check out my other videos. So spoilers in 3, 2, 1. All right, guys, here we go. In the third act, Kay and Sam, they feel trapped in the house. And it's a concept that the movie shows literally. And Edna is charging at them. She's just fully not Edna in that moment. And from there, Relic takes this allegory to a level that basically says, again, Edna is no longer Edna, but rather some sort of new creature, a demonic-looking type creature. And I don't know if I'm fully on board with that idea, but again, it's an allegory, which you can't take too literally. And I understand where the director and writer are coming from. That's the mark of a truly great filmmaker. Even when you disagree with their choices, you still understand them. You know, the final shot is stunning. Probably the most memorable shot that I've seen this year. So I guess in a lot of ways I do like Relic. I like it as a drama. I respect it as a horror. But would I recommend it? Only to some people. It's a slow burn, but if you're a horror-loving cinephile, sure, give it a look. And there's a lot to admire. You might end up loving it. I do think using horror movie tropes to portray dementia or grief, as Relic and Babadook do, respectively, is brilliant, and I hope filmmakers continue making these types of films. If you enjoyed this review, please click like and subscribe, follow me on Twitter. Until next time, this has been Movies Please. Thanks for watching.